Potatoes are very common, considering they are one of the world's largest food crops after maize, wheat, and rice. They have existed for many years, and today, they constitute an integral part of much of the world's food supply. Consumers give potatoes high marks for their versatility, being filling and satisfying. In addition to this, they are easily accessible, affordable, delicious, and easy to prepare. Potatoes are one of the highest consumed products worldwide, as they can be baked, boiled, fried, and used in various recipes, including mashed potatoes, potato pancakes, potato dumplings, and potato salad, to mention a few. Potato is a starchy food and a product of the plant Solanum tuberosum. It's a perennial plant and a member of the nightshade family, which includes tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. Potatoes are vegetables, although not the usual leafy green. More specifically, potatoes are tubers, a type of root vegetable. They're not the root of the potato plant themselves, but they do grow off these roots. The edible part of the potato is the underground tuber, an enlarged storage portion of the plant. Potato is an ancient vegetable that was first cultivated by the Incas in Peru around 8000 BC to 5000 BC. It arrived in Europe in the 16th century through two different ports of entry, the first in Spain around 1570 and the second through the British Isles between 1588 and 1593. And at the end of the 16th century, it was introduced to some parts of France. According to the Maine Potato Board, this vegetable arrived in American colonies in 1621 when the governor of Bermuda sent potatoes to the governor of Virginia at Jamestown. In modern times, potatoes have grown in popularity due to their versatility and ability to be used for many different food dishes. Today, on Need for Knowledge, we're going to see how potatoes are grown and how they are farmed in modern times. Potatoes are fat-free and also serve as a cholesterol-free source of carbohydrates. In addition to this, they are a good source of fiber and are the most commonly consumed vegetable in the United States. This beloved vegetable is easy to grow and is used in countless dishes across the world. Potatoes are said to yield bigger crops in areas where the weather is cold. However, they can also be grown as a winter crop in areas with warmer climates. There are 7 potato type categories, namely the russet potato, red potato, white potato, yellow potato, blue or purple potato, fingerling potato, and the petite potato. To choose the potato type to grow, think about how you'd like to eat them. Over 200 varieties of potatoes are sold worldwide, and each of these varieties fit into the 7 categories of potato. Russet and long white potatoes are used to make baked, boiled, or fried potatoes. Round white potatoes are either boiled or used to make potato chips, while red skinned potatoes are boiled or used for potato salads. As mentioned earlier, potatoes are one of the world's largest food crops, as they are produced in many countries around the world to prepare various dishes. So how are these vegetables grown? The first thing to consider when growing potatoes is the location and soil condition. Potatoes should be planted in a sunny place with at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. The tubers need to grow in fertile, loose, and well-drained soil in organic matter, as hard and compacted soil is difficult to dig and results in misshapen tubers. The soil temperature should be at least 45 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 7 to 13 degrees Celsius, and slightly acidic with the pH of about 5.8 to 6.5. Potatoes can be planted as soon as the ground can be worked. There are 2 methods of starting potato plants, from seed potatoes or from true seeds. Most potatoes are grown either from potato pieces, referred to as seed pieces, or from whole small potatoes. 1 or 2 days before planting, large potatoes can be cut into golf ball-sized pieces with 1 to 2 eyes each. This allows the pieces to form a protective layer over the cut surface, improving both moist retention and rot resistance. Potatoes are best grown in rows, spaced 3 feet apart. In each row, dig a trench that is 6 inches deep with a hoe or a round point shovel and plant a potato piece with the cut side facing down and eyes facing up every 12 to 15 inches and cover with 3 to 4 inches of soil. As the plants begin to grow, they should be watered regularly. Potatoes thrive well with 1 to 2 inches of water or rain per week, as excess or insufficient amount of water can cause them to become misshapen. You can stop watering the plant when the foliage turns yellow and begins to die. Potato is improved by depth and darkness. As potato plants grow above the soil surface, it is vital to allow the potato spuds to be exposed to sunlight, as this causes them to turn green and produce a bitter, toxic chemical called solanine. To prevent the spud's exposure to sunlight, mound the surrounding soil around the potato plant several times as it grows, leaving only about 6 inches of the top growth visible. This process is called hilling. Hilling means adding soil at the base of the potato plant as it grows taller to protect the tubers from sunlight. Potatoes are harvested at the right stage of maturity when the leaves turn yellow and dry. New potatoes should be harvested 2 or 3 weeks after the plants stop flowering and should be consumed within a few days from the time of harvest. Larger and matured potatoes are harvested 2 or 3 weeks after the foliage has died. When harvesting potatoes, it's important to handle them gently to avoid bruising them. Quintessential traditional potato farming involves growing potatoes in soil-filled pots, grow bags, or planting directly on the ground. Today, however, there is a modern method of farming that allows a farmer to grow potatoes without using soil. Modern potato farming is a method of cultivation using aeroponics. Aeroponics farming is a soilless farming technology that allows for faster crop growth while using less water and other resources. This soilless technique was first introduced by botanists in the 1920s to study plant root structure, and for many years, aeroponics was used as a root physiology research tool. The technique is similar to hydroponics, but in aeroponics, plants are grown with the help of support and droplets of nutrient solution, and they do not need a single particle of soil or substrate to support the plant. Aeroponics, compared to other farming methods, takes up less cultivation space. Firstly, this modern potato farming method requires a polyhouse covering a small space as the farming is done vertically. Healthy potato seeds are planted in foam-stuffed tiny pots and are hung in a position where they receive sunlight. In a few days, the roots will show. Water fountains are then installed at the bottom, from which nutrients are mixed at definite intervals and transported to the roots. In short, the plant gets sunlight from above and nutrients from below, similar to that on land. The aeroponic system is the best method of producing potatoes, as the farm gets a good harvest with less cultivation space, and healthy seed potatoes are also collected with this method. There are multiple advantages of this modern method of potato farming, as it not only overcomes the issue of land shortage, but also increases the yield by up to 10 times. This method uses less amounts of nutrients, which in turn reduces the farming cost. The system is amazing in terms of its production, but the initial setup can be pretty expensive. Thank you for watching this episode of Need for Knowledge, and we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for new videos.